Yo, what's up, YouTube? I appreciate you stopping by. So today we're going to be jumping into Xdefiant and looking at some settings that actually are a little bit better than the ones I dropped in my previous video. Again, I'm using the DualSense Edge on the PS5, so I am using some dead zones that I can take advantage of while using this controller on the PS5. I will provide some settings for you if you're not using this controller on the PS5, if you're on Xbox, or if you are on PC. I would also provide some settings for you. All right, so I'm gonna also be sharing my hardware before we get into it. I am using the PS5 connected to I'm using the PS5 DualSense Edge connected to the PS5 in the back slot for the fastest input. Um, I'm using a purple precision ring, which is a medium tension. If you're using black, that's the highest tension. Green is the lowest tension, so keep that in mind. And then also the highest height that Control Freak has on my right stick. On my left stick, I don't run anything. All right, so that's my hardware. We're gonna jump into the game and then also jump into the DualSense Edge settings, and so I can share with you, and that way you can copy these down. All right, let's jump into it. All right, guys, so let's jump into the DualSense Edge settings first, and this is what I'm using on the PS5 DualSense Edge. So I'm gonna switch over. I was playing Modern Warfare 3. I'm gonna switch over to my um, Xdefiant settings, and here you go. Precise sensitivity at -1. Okay, so left and right adjustment -1 and 3%, just because my dead zone on my left stick. Okay, right stick, no dead zone, leave it alone. I tried different ones. I don't like. I've seen a couple of videos people are using precise. I didn't like it. I don't know if it's because of the precision ring I'm using or what, but I don't want to take it off. I'm so used to the precision ring, and I like having it on. I feel like it helps me out. I recommend running default 3% because of my dead zone as well. Um, my stick drift, I should say, not dead zone. All right, so that's left stick and right stick. Trigger dead zones 0 to 1 on both. Uh, I mapped X and O in the back. You can map whatever you want, but I prefer X and O just because you can slide cancel within this game. These two as off as usual, unless you're playing an immersion game. And I recommend turning those on, have some fun in some type of immersion game. Okay. All right. So that's your settings for the DualSense Edge. Within the game settings, let's go over this. I'm just gonna go down this. I went from blend to instant. Blend still feels pretty good, but I switched back to instant, and honestly, I don't think there's as much as I played, I don't feel like there's a benefit to blend as much there is to instant. I think it can go either way. I just left it at instant. I played with it, and I was having very successful games, so I said, I'm gonna keep it there. But blend, I was having also successful games too. So honestly, I think either one you're good. But I'm gonna go with instant. That's what I've been using with these settings. So that's what I'm using. Let's see, melee during ADS. Make sure that's off. Everything else is pretty much the same. I did go auto sprint back on, and I do feel the benefit of it. I had it off, and I was playing quite a bit of games with it off, and I feel auto sprint on is actually better. So keep it on and put it at 10. I did recommend putting it at 20, which you still can, but 10 feels great as well, and that's where I'm at. Um, Everything else here is pretty much the same. Didn't change much. My HUD, I lowered it down a little bit. If you have some HUD recommendations, let me know. I wouldn't mind looking at those. Um, Controller layout. So if you don't have back pedals, you could run brawler and then you can flip your sticks. But because we are running back paddles, right? Back buttons, you don't need it. So aim assist standard, aim assist strength 0 0, and I'm running linear. I tried standard, and those my other settings were for standard, and standard was working pretty good, but linear feels really good. I don't know what it is. I like linear a lot better. I've also liked linear a lot better within Call of Duty, so maybe that's why. And I found something that works. So linear is what I'm going with this video. If you're interested in rocking linear, then try this out. Let me know what you think. Reverse S curve doesn't feel too bad either. I found some settings for those, and I'll be in a future video. I feel like each one you got to have different senses and different approach to how you're using it because they all have their own type of um, aim assist, and it kind of just makes it more stickier, less stickier, more fine aim, and it just changes. So linear is what we're going with this video, okay? Horizontal 43, vertical sensitivity 37. This feels the best to me. Uh, I have a purple precision ring on my right stick, so that's why it's kind of like an odd number. It's weird. Usually 45, you see these different numbers, 40, but 43 felt really good, and then 37. I was at 35, but I felt like it was a little too slow, and I think that's why 37 because of the precision ring. If it wasn't for the precision ring, it might be at 35 or maybe 34. So keep that in mind. Precision ring, okay? And if you're not running precision ring, then I recommend going 30-30 and then work your way up. If no precision ring, no extended grip, go 30-30 and then work your way up until comfortability, how you feel. And that's basically what I did. I started there at 30-30 and I kept going myself all the way up until what felt good. So 96 for ADS. What I would recommend, start at 1 and then work your way down to see what feels good for you. My initial other settings, I left it at 1, but this one I am lowering it down just a tad because it is on linear, okay? Purple precision ring, remember 96. If we don't have a purple precision ring, same thing. You're going to go 1 and then work your way down to what feels good. 63, I haven't messed with the aim for the scope for the snipers as much, but that's something that I will be doing in the future. Dead zone left stick. So I went to 10. I was initially at 2, and it felt too quick, and then layering it with the precise at -1. I feel the -1, and then this at 10 felt the best. And then my dead zone right stick is 0, and then 2 acceleration. This is a little low, so it's going to feel really slow. What I recommend, put this at 2, and then start at 30-30, and then work your way up until what feels comfortable to you. All right, let's keep going. All right, so everything else here off. Everything else I kept the same. Honestly, I didn't change much here. My audio quality in this game is pretty good just because I am using spatial audio with this headset, the Razer Blackshark V2 Pros. If you would like a breakdown on my audio that I'm using for this game, I will definitely share that with you. It's a Synapse app. If you have this headset, let me know. I'll definitely share my EQ for you with you for this game. I found something that works pretty well that allows me to hear footsteps really good. So let me know if you would like that. Okay, drop that in the comments. Everything else is pretty much the same. Remember, 120 hertz if you're on PS5 or Xbox Series X or S and you have a 120 hertz monitor or TV, you're gonna want to make sure you turn it on so that way you can have 120 hertz. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. I just want to drop these quick settings. Let me know how they're working for you, and yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by again. Comment, like, and subscribe. We're on the way to 800 or past 800 subscribers now. Not too long ago, I was barely about to hit 800, and I'm getting so close to partnering with YouTube, and it all because of you guys and your constant feedback within the comments, your constant feedback, checking in on the videos, and I hope I'm able to help you guys out along the process. I'm helping you out, you're helping me out, and it just goes in a circle. So again, appreciate it. Share this video with someone that wants some settings for Xdefiant, especially if they're on the DualSense Edge. All right, y'all. And also, if you're still in this video, I'm going to be coming out with some settings for Warzone. I know the settings are pretty messed up in that game right now. So I've been playing offline. I haven't been streaming or nothing. I've just been playing here and there. I am going to be coming out with some settings for that game, specifically for the DualSense Edge. And also, if you're not using the DualSense Edge on the PS5, I'll come out with some settings. The settings you saw here are my old settings. These are not my current settings. These are my old ones. But I was rocking 0-0. I don't know if I need to go back and rock some dead zones because it's kind of different now. But we'll see. I got to do some testing and figure it out. But as of now, it probably will be default still. But we'll see. But anyways, I'm going to get going, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.